are new to local giving or are looking to sign up and they want to figure out more about what local giving does and how you can make the most out of your account. So before we get into that, we're going to have a quick look at why you should be fundraising online. So £2.7 billion is now being donated online and by mobile annually in the UK, and that's over a quarter of all the donations made in the UK. The average online donation is double that of an offline donation, and in fact last year the average online donation jumped 13% to £78.59. It's also worth pointing out that online fundraising isn't just for millennials, as is often thought, and that a huge range of demographics use online fundraising, as you can see from the graph on the left-hand side. And in fact, 40% of UK consumers said that online giving either is or will one day be their main way of donating to a cause. Online fundraising is also one of the best ways of getting individuals to fundraise for cause. Having an online platform is an easy way to allow people to fundraise for you. And by fundraiser, we mean any individual who raises money for your charity. So that may be classically through a marathon or a 10K run. And fundraisers are great because they act as an ambassador to your group and they can expand your supporters to their circle of friends and families. And these days, fundraising online is a prominent feature and the most way that people choose to fundraise. So you can see here that by fundraising online, you can tap into a huge revenue stream that otherwise wouldn't be accessible to you. So why use local giving to fundraise online? Let's have a look at what local giving offers. So annual membership for local giving is usually £72 for the year, and that's including VAT. And we take 5% fee on all donations. And payment processing fee is 1% plus 10p for UK debit cards. Now, it's worth pointing out that for this July 50 offer, there will be a 50% discount on the membership, making it £36 for the year. So for this price, what you receive is the ability to process one-off and monthly donations with gift aid, access to fundraising and appeal pages, access to match fund campaigns, fundraising training and resources, in-depth reporting, and one-to-one support. And we'll be having a look at all these features in more detail now. It's also worth having a think of what the return on investment will be for your local giving membership. So the usual fee for local giving is £72 for the year, which works out as just £6 a month. But the average charity on local giving raises £1,800 a year or £150 a month, which means for every £6 you spend on membership, you get £150 in return. Let's have a look at the donation process. So if you donated £10 or individual donated £10 to your organisation or charity through local giving, they then be able to claim gift aid on that donation if they're eligible, making the donation £12.50. We then take the processing fee for UK debit cards, which is 1% plus 10p, and the fees are slightly more for UK credit cards or other forms of payment. And we then deduct our 5%, which is to maintain running costs for our organisation. So for a £10 donation, your charity will receive £11.67. It's also worth pointing out that donations and gift aid is processed automatically through local giving. No CHV1 forms are required when you sign up, and you don't need your HMRC number. So donations take 2 to 3 weeks to process. Gift aid takes slightly longer, between 4 to 6 weeks to process and reach your account because we process it externally through HMRC. And all the donations and payments that you receive can be easily tracked through reports within your account. It's worth noting that all donations made through the local giving site are actually made to the Local Giving Foundation and then passed on to groups as a grant. This allows gift aid to be claimed on donations to groups who are not registered with the Charity Commission, and this is an agreement that we have set up with HMRC. So there are 4 types of page on local giving. There's your main charity page, which we'll have a look at now. There are project pages, appeal pages, and fundraising pages, which we'll also look at in a bit more detail. So this is what a main charity page looks like. This is a page for the first Newport Pagnell Brownies. So going from the left-hand side, you see here that you can have up to 3 images of your organization. Below this are social share tools. So this allows you to share your page with a click of a button on either Facebook or Twitter. You can then write some information about your group, what you do and why you benefit the community, as well as some further contact information for your supporters if you choose to share that. In the top right-hand corner, you can have links to your appeal and fundraising pages, which I'll show you in more detail in a moment. And below that, crucially, you have the donate now or monthly donate buttons. So people can either donate once off or set up a direct debit to your organization. Your group can also set donation examples, which is a good idea to give your supporters a better idea of what 5 or 10 or 15 pounds may mean to your organization, just so the supporter can get a better visual of what their donation will provide. Below that, we have the copy web address. So it's worth noting that every page that you create on Local Giving will have its own unique URL or web address that you can share easily over Facebook or Twitter or in your emails and newsletters. And below that, we have a quick link for people to start fundraising for you as well. So as you can see from this diagram on the left-hand side, you have your main charity page, and then below that, you have other kinds of pages you can set up. The first kind is an appeal page. So appeal page lasts up to 90 days and lets you raise money for a specific reason. And page 2 is fundraising pages. These are set up by supporters externally, and they can have as many of these as you like. So all these pages have unique web addresses for you to share with your supporters, as well as target bars that progress with the donations you receive. Donors can leave comments with their donations that appear on the page, and there's also automatic gift aid collection. So let's have a bit of a closer look at appeal pages. So they're controlled within your account. You set them up yourself. And they work sort of like crowdfunding pages. So there's a target that you need to reach. However, you will receive every donation made through the page. You don't have to reach the target in order to receive the donations. The good thing about appeals is they allow you to describe specific details separate to your main page about a specific project or appeal you may have running. And there's added urgency with a 90-day limit. Fundraising pages look very similar. However, these are set up by individuals who want to fundraise on behalf of your charity. You can have as many of these pages as you like. They're free to set up for the fundraiser. And it's worth noting again that these are really important because fundraisers can make great ambassadors for your group, allowing you to promote your cause to their friends and families who otherwise may not have been able to reach out to. It's also worth noting that all the donations made separately to appeal and fundraising pages can be tracked within your account. So the next thing I want to look at are match fund campaigns. So during a match fund campaign, every donation is either guaranteed or given an equal chance of being matched. The amount and type of donation matched varies depending on the specific match funding campaign. So a typical match fund would work like this. Someone will give a £10 donation, and then the £10 will be matched by Local Giving, and you include on that the gift aid, which would make £22.50 on an average £10 donation. So we have a range of different match fund campaigns that we have throughout the year at Local Giving. We diversify these in order to give our different kinds of organisation a chance to get involved. So on the 1st of April, we run our Local Hero campaign. So in this, there are £5,000 worth of prizes to be won for fundraisers who receive the most amount of unique donors. These were then ranked in a leaderboard on our page. The top prize was £1,000 and then 500, 250 and going down like that. So this was really great for people who had people who wanted to for groups who had people who wanted to fundraise for them, and they wanted to create an extra incentive around that. It's also worth noting that the campaign wasn't based on how much each fundraising page received, but how many people they were able to get to donate. The next campaign that we ran was Give Me 5, which will be running again later this year. Give Me 5 allows you to randomly double. We randomly double 1,000 times £5 donations over a 24-hour period. In 2015, our Give Me 5 campaigns raised over £95,000 for local charities and community groups across the UK. And then our main campaign of the year is the Grow Your Tenor. So Grow Your Tenor donations of up to £10 are matched until the match fund is emptied. In Grow Your Tenor 2015, we matched one-time donations of up to £10 and also matched regular monthly donations of up to £10 for 3 months. So we raise funds for our match funds internally, and this is done through government sponsorship as well as private philanthropists. So along with these match fund campaigns, we crucially provide you with a fundraising toolkit, which allows you to access resources to make it as easy as possible for you to promote your campaigns. So you can see on the right-hand side here, we have an example of an A to C fundraising guide. This is just one of the many resources we have available along with email templates, and I'll show you a bit more of those resources now. So on the left-hand side, we have an example of a tip sheet that we have, which is just some examples of how you may be able to inspire fundraisers. And on the right-hand side, we have one of our many posters which you can download. All you need to do is enter the web address for your local giving page, and you can send these out to your supporters or post them up around your community. And we understand that the small and local charities that use our platform often promote great causes but don't have very much time to get involved in fundraising. So the fundraising toolkit is there to make your fundraising as easy and time effective as possible. We also have email templates available to your organization. So we've created these templates for you, and all you need to do is enter the details of your organization and where you're based. And along with the fundraising toolkit, we also have our help desk, which is open 9:30 to 5:30, Monday to Friday. And the number for that is 0300 111 2340. And either myself or Cara and Steph are going to be happy to answer any questions you have. We can provide you any assistance with any technical issues, but also give you any assistance about fundraising more generally. Unlike other platforms, Local Giving focuses on giving you as much fundraising support as possible, whether that be through the fundraising toolkit or for our help desk or the easy resources or access to fundraising and appeal pages. That covers all the key aspects of getting started with local giving. If anybody has any questions, now's the time to ask.